Hello everyone, this is Vanshika Tainwala, legal intern under Lexis and Company for the month of June. And today in this video, I will be talking about one of the topics under company law, that is corporate social responsibility. So, what is corporate social responsibility? The provisions regarding it and the criteria for which the companies satisfies in order to do the corporate social responsibility. So, corporate social responsibility in India is a result of the Companies Act 2013 only. So, India is one of the few countries in the world who have started this concept of corporate social responsibility. In fact, India is the first country to have brought a legislation in order to implement the corporate social responsibilities, followed by the United Kingdom. So, firstly, United Kingdom stated about this concept and later on India. So, what is the meaning of corporate social responsibility? So, corporate social responsibility refers to the idea that the companies need to invest in socially and environmentally relevant causes in order to interact and operate with concerned parties having a stake in the company's work. It is termed as a triple bottom line approach, which is meant to help the company promote its commercial interest along with the responsibilities it holds towards the societies at large. So, CSR tries to go deep and address the environmental issues and the socio-economic issues. So the small and medium enterprises, they should be asked to promote the CSR by taking into account the fiscal capacity and not overstretching their rather limited resources. So CSR motivates the companies to be ethically right by contributing towards socially, economically and environmentally engaging acts, such as engaging the members of local community by buying socially responsible investment, develop an amicable relationship between employees and consumers, engage in actions toward protecting the environment. So, what is the need of CSR? Why should the companies engage in CSR? It makes the companies more loyal and helps the companies in the long run. It makes the companies more legitimate and it helps in accessing the greater market share. Since the companies act ethically, they face less legal hurdles. So, the legal hurdles come less. So the goodwill of the companies gets increased as their brand value strengthens. It helps in stabilizing of the stock markets in both short term and long term. So these are the various reasons why the company should get involved in the CSR. So the CSR law in India, the provisions of CSR law is India. It is mentioned in the Companies Act 2013. As I earlier stated, it was the first act wherein the provisions are mentioned. So under this act, section 135 exclusively deals with the corporate social responsibilities, wherein CSR is mandatory for all the companies, government or private or otherwise, provided they meet these conditions. So what are the conditions? So first condition is the net worth of such company should be rupees 500 crores or more. The annual turnover of the company should be rupees 1000 crores or more. The annual net profits of the company should be at least 5 crore. So if the company meets any of the above categories, so they are stated that they are required to make a committee to enforce the CSR mandate with at least and the committee shall be at least 3 directors. One of them should be an independent director. So the above committee has responsibility towards creation of a policy to legally mandate the CSR activities, and it should conform with the Schedule 7 of the Companies Act 2013. The company shall allocate an audit for the money for different CSR purposes. It shall be responsible for overseeing the execution of different CSR activities, and the company will issue an annual report on the various CSR activities concerned. So the features of CSR laws. First is quantum of money utilized for CSR to be compulsorily included in the annual profit loss report which is issued by the company. The CSR rules come into force from 1st April 2014, and it will include the subsidiary companies, holding companies, other foreign companies which are involved having business in India. So CSR has been defined in a broad manner in Schedule 7 of the Companies Act 2013, wherein inclusion of CSR is left to the company's discretion. So the CSR activities under under Schedule 7 shows different categories wherein the companies can spend their monies. So according to the data compiled by various NGOs, the total amount of money spent on CSR activities was increased by 20% in the year 2017 as compared to 2016. So this was the data compiled by 100 countries which contribute 1/3 of the CSR spending in India in 2017 and contribute to at least 1 crore. So the government and the PSUs are deliberately left out of the data. So the government and the authority should be spending more. So there is a concept that CSR is not properly working in India, as having enormous fiscal resources, we lack in adequate knowledge of the existing public policies, public problems and policy measures. So in this result, the CSR efforts are misguided and do not help in the long run sustaining benefits. So the CSR should be, the specialization of the company should be utilized better. CSR should be based on an expert data. The company should collaborate with the people who are on the ground, those who are supposed to receive the CSR aid. So this was the whole concept of CSR. And CSR, to conclude that, CSR in India was legislated with the hope that it would bring a positive change in the attitude of the corporate institutions, which would give back to the society in a big way, that society which needed help to them to prosper. So it was also felt that the society would also help, as the government has been found to wanting its efforts in order to help the local population. So and CSR laws has some weaknesses and has some pros, but I positively hope that it will greatly help the society in the near future. So this has a very great impact on the society. So this was the whole concept of CSR. I hope you understood the video. Thank you.